So if we click on images, we again get the same errors. So let's go back to the editor. Let's close our categories edit, open the images.php, and require once our initialize file, which is inc initialize.php. Okay, so that's all fine. If we go back, refresh the page, we've got the entire content. If we go back, okay, enter and scroll down. Okay, we will have to replace this before and after, so let's open categories. Copy and override the ones here. It's all good. Replace our heading with paragraph pt, p class pt, and closing paragraph. Now we have our table, which will be id table insert, our validation, which goes above the table row. Okay, then all these validation messages as well above the table row with the for the image. Move a little bit back, save some space. Okay, now let's remove this label for the button as well as the ID and class. It's all fine. Scroll down, everything seems to be fine. Again, here for the update button as well, we need to remove the label, class, and the ID. Okay, if we go back to the browser, refresh the page. Okay, I can see straight away that we also need to rename the class for this, frmfld. Save and preview. Looks good. We can slightly change the size of this upload field. So rather than have it 40, let's make it 30. See what it's gonna look like. Yeah, it's better. Upload update. Now I think the database has some records here because obviously it displays our form. Otherwise it wouldn't. But obviously we've copied the database from the previous section, so it did have records. Obviously we don't have these images copied together. So if we have a look at actually we might have the images here, but let me just quickly have a look at another thing. And this def, if we put this def after our update button here rather than clear, let's make it def so that the button actually goes away a little bit from the bottom line, which looks fine. If we click on upload, our error messages show up correctly. Okay, so I think this file is complete as well. Okay, now if we look at our database and if we look at the images table, we can see that we've got quite a few images here. So if we empty it to remove all of the records and now preview the page again, if we refresh, send, it's all fine. You can see we've got this message that are currently no images associated with this category. Go back to our editor. If we check our photos folder, reload photos, yeah, it's empty. That's why we didn't see any images, even though there were records displayed, because obviously we have this condition here, if file exists. So if is file, then obviously process this, otherwise don't do anything. And because total rows retrieved from a database are more than 0 because there were records, obviously it did display our form and UL tags together with the submit button. Okay, so I think we are now finished with the control panel. In the next movie we're going to have a look at the front end and how to actually display all these images on the front end of our application.